Hello and welcome to another bikepacking gear review video. In this video we're going to be looking at the Tarpstar 4 from Alpkit. So this is the Tarpstar 4, and could this be the ultimate family bikepacking tent? Some of you might know I have an 18-month-old son at home and I'm trying to get him out on some bikepacking adventures. It's been really hard to find a suitable tent for me, my other half and him to sleep in that doesn't weigh a ton. Given that I'm going to be carting all the stuff, including the trailer, I want to keep the weight down as much as possible. But equally, I wanted something that's practical, that my other half will agree to sleep in, and isn't going to break the bank. I've used this several times now, including on a mini bikepacking trip with my dad, which was really cool. I'll leave a link up there if you want to watch that. But I've also been leaving this propped up in the garden for weeks on end, to use as a bit of a reading tent. Especially in the last week or so, the weather's been pretty warm here in the UK. So as a result, it's been a really cool place for me and my son to go and sit outside, away from the sun, read a story or play with some toys. It's been really cool. So the Tarpstar comes in 3 different sizes. There's the Tarpstar 1, 2 and 4. The number dictates how many people can sleep in it. So obviously I went for the biggest, this is the 4. And at £200, it's really good value. Of course, it's not the cheapest option. You can definitely go cheaper than that. But for quality, I would say that this is probably one of the best value tents out there. It's really high quality material. It's taped seams. You know it's rugged and it's going to last a very long time. It's also mega simple. There's no tent poles on this. There's only an outer and inner, the pegs to peg it down, and you'll need something to prop it up in the middle. Now, if you're going on a hiking adventure or backpacking, you're not planning on doing any bikepacking like I do, this is ideal because you can lash 2 walking poles together, stick that in the middle and use that to prop up the tent. What do you do if you're bikepacking though? Alpkit sell a Vertex pole. This is the largest size. They do it in 2 different sizes. Obviously you'll need the biggest for the biggest Tarpstar. It packs down really small. It's a foldable carbon pole that easily fits in my frame bag. And as a result of this simplicity, the entire thing, including the pole, weighs about 2 kilos. Family tents can easily weigh 2 or 3 times that. So for 2 kilos to get all this space, pretty good. Not only is this light, it's also really packable. You can pack it down super small and it easily fits in my pannier bag, and it also fits in the trailer pocket at the back of the trailer where my son sits. So it's really easy to get around. At its highest point, this tent is 170 centimeters tall. So for most adults, you're not going to be able to stand up in there, but for children, it's ideal. Now obviously the way that this tent is designed, it's maximised for internal living space, which does present a slight problem in that there's nowhere to store any of your stuff in between the outer and the inner, which is a little bit of a drawback. There is loads of space inside, so if it's just you and one other person, you could easily both store all of your stuff in there and it wouldn't present a problem. But it's nice to have that outside area where you can put stuff, stop it from getting wet, and you don't have to bring it into the tent if it's wet or dirty. Also, having the pole in the middle of the tent does have its drawbacks. It does mean that you have to be slightly clever in how you arrange yourself. You can't just sprawl out as you can in some other tents with an external pole system. It is also a massive distraction for my little one, at least. He likes to go in there and grab it and just pull it and shake it, and you just know that is going to go horribly wrong at some point. Speaking of the pole, it does feel a little bit brittle. I don't trust it. I do have a feeling that that could break quite easily, especially under heavy winds or bad rain, or if your son or daughter likes to go in there and pull it. At the moment, it's been absolutely fine. It does come with a 3-year warranty as well as the tent, so it might be worth testing it in harsh conditions in those first 3 years, because you can always get it replaced if there's a problem. This is a really spacious tent. There's absolutely loads of headroom, loads of places to stretch out. There's a light clip at the top, which is ideal if you want a little lantern up there. It's such a great, simple design, easy to put up, easy to pack away, and there's loads of space, ideal for families. Now, of course, you don't have to go on a bikepacking adventure as a family for this to be useful. You could just, as a single person, go and use this tent. It does pack down really small and it isn't ridiculous in terms of weight, but to have that peace of mind of having all this extra space to put all your stuff in might be worth considering. Overall, I think this is a fantastic option for a family bikepacking tent. It packs down small, it's not too expensive, it's relatively light, and there's plenty of space inside. But equally, it's also a great option if you're a solo traveler, if you want that extra space. I'll leave a link to this in the description if you want to check it out. Any questions, of course, stick them in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.